From Los Angeles, California, this is Burncast and I'm the bomb. Okay, so we're still totally crafting here. I'm working on her Camp's croquet set, which is going to be a little bit trippy. Kind of get the idea it's going to be like goofy golf, putt-putt kind of thing, but croquet style. But we were talking about art, and you were saying some of the things you like about the art of Burning Man?
One of the things I like is that that a lot of the art there is just fun. You know, it comes from this fun spirit. Mm-hmm. You know, it's fun and creative, and it's not you know, it's not like the art that you would see in a museum. You know, it's interactive. It's you know, it's like just like some of my favorite stuff has been that kind of simple ideas, like you know, like one I think it was last year they had there was this one camp where you could, I forgot what the name of it was, but basically they had these glory holes.
Oh yeah.
And you would put like your mouth in front of a glory hole, and then they would like spoon feed you something really strange, like Skittles and mustard or something, you know.
That was
bizarre.
Big
and I wasn't brave enough to do it, but I just love. Mike did it, and I love the idea of that. It's just fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fun that most adults don't allow themselves to have in the real world. So that's the kind of art that keeps me coming back. You know, not the grand pieces that you know that everybody always talks about. You know.
Yeah, like the last year was Big Rig Jig, or Homora Roberus was a few.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't even remember those things.
Yeah, well, Burning Man was better last year.
Isn't that how it always is?
Have you so as much as you've been going, what's your sentiment about years past? I mean, do you think you're jaded? And if
no, right. I don't know. I mean, the first year you go is always going to blow your mind. Mm-hmm. It's just inevitable. And the second year seems to be the year when people have their dreams crushed, because you go there expecting to have the same experience that you had the first year. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. It's not going to be the same, you know, and your attitude isn't going to be the same. So that's what happened to me. You know, my second year just kind of sucked, you know, and
really?
Well, that was the year where I spent half the week recovering.
Oh, right. We had this off-camera discussion, and all I'm going to say is just be safe on the playa.
Right. Yeah. Know your limitations.
Yeah. And know your source.
Know your source. Know your dose. But yeah, so, you know, I was disappointed with my second year, and I was sort of like, oh, I'm never coming back.
Oh, really?
You know? Yeah, I was like, I'm not coming back. And then the third year rolled around, and I hadn't bought tickets, and I hadn't planned to go. I didn't make any plans to go. And then the summer comes, and then you start getting in the mood for Burning Man.
You get the fever.
You just start feeling like you want to go.
Yeah.
And luckily I was able to get a few days off of work. So I just went for like a 4-day weekend last year. Okay. And that was great, you know, because I went in there like not having kind of all of the exhaustion that comes from like over preparing.
Yeah.
You know, because I made the decision at the last minute to go, so I didn't spend weeks like working up to it.
Yeah.
And I traveled really light, you know, and you know, and I was only there for a few days. So a lot of people who were there all week were just sick of it by then, because they were like, I guess the weather was really extreme.
Yeah.
And by the time I got there, pretty much all the dust storms were over, and you know, it was nice and peaceful. But a lot of people were like so ready to leave at that point, you know. So no, but last year was fun, and last year kind of like changed my attitude about it. It's like you know, you just can't go there with too many expectations, you know. I know everybody says that, but it's totally true.
It's true, yeah. So you've been watching Burncast, you've been watching several of them. You know that the next two questions are advice to the virgin burner. Have you thought about that? Anything original? She's a writer, so she's got an original idea.
My advice to the virgin burner is sort of anti-advice. My advice is don't take anybody's advice. You know, it's like everyone has everyone's going to try to tell you what to do and what to expect, and it just starts to become like information overload.
Yeah.
And like my first year, I really didn't have that. Like, I wasn't in contact with any burners really, and so like I went there with like a completely sort of blank slate, and it was great because that's really how you should approach everything in life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I think somebody mentioned on one of the podcasts about like first time burner, third year experience or something, like
something
people
like that,
who were too prepared.
Yeah.
And I just think, don't be too prepared. Just don't listen to what anybody says. Just go in there and do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay. Yeah, actually that is kind of my advice too. A lot of people, since I've been going so long, what should I do? I'm gonna
Nice.
just go.
This is our new mascot.
Got you. That's her fiance, by the way, not the turtle. This guy over here. Oh, he's trying to hide. Okay, but yeah, my advice is always just go. Just freaking go.
Yeah. I mean, every time I tried to read that survival guide,
Yeah.
oh my God, it was like I would freak out every time. I'd get to like page 2 and I'd be totally freaked out, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die of sun exposure. Like, because the whole tone of that guide, I really have an issue with that guide.
Oh, okay.
As a writer, I must say that first of all, it's incredibly repetitive, right? They just keep repeating the same information over and over and over. And then the other thing is that the tone of that guide is like, you better be fucking scared, because Burning Man is dangerous, and B, you better not like piss us off, is the other thing. It's like it has this very punitive tone to it that I
Really?
just really disagree with. It's not welcoming in any way. I mean, you'd think that a survival guide that like most people that are reading this are going to be like first time burners.
Yeah.
You'd think you want to project a more welcoming tone to these people.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I tried to read the survival guide, I would freak out and I would just go, I can't read this, I can't deal with this, and then I ended up not reading it. I don't think I read it before I went the first time because I just couldn't get through that fucking thing. And so don't, if you're going for the first time, don't look at the survival guide. It'll just freak you out, and like you'll figure out what you need to know. You won't die. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got about 2 minutes left. What advice to the veteran burner? Jaded veteran burner.
Jaded veteran burner is it's the same thing Tony said. Don't go. If you're really that jaded, don't go. More room for the rest of us. Right? It's already so crowded. Why do we need people coming in who are gonna like be bitching the whole time? So go if you still have that spark of interest. Go, and try to go without expectations and try to go, Zen mind, beginner's mind kind of thing.
Empty your cup.
Yeah, but if you're really past that point, just don't go.
Right on. Okay, anything as we wrap this up? Anything that you want my audience to know?
Come visit us at Cougar Melon Camp and the Cathedral of Blessed Debauchery. Come speak at our open mic pulpit, and just come and say hi.
And you're at 7:30 in Portal.
Yes.
Yeah. And your wedding is
on Friday at 6. We're not gonna have food and drinks enough for everybody, but come by if you want to see something fun
and share some love. Yeah.
And share some love. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Patty.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.